Right, I haven't reloaded the bar yet, but I've done the more awkward bit, which is getting the weights off. So now I'm going to reload it. That niggle put a touch of professional concern. So I'm probably going to go light. I'm going to go lighter than was planned. I'll start light. Lighter than planned. And then judging by how that set of 10 goes, I may increase. But if I don't, if I'm still a little bit like, so if you're competing, when the day comes with a comp, well, you've just got to crack on with it. You know. On the build up to it, you know, if you're just training like general sessions, then don't burn yourself out if you don't need to. Save your body for the day when the competition comes and you get that little niggle and you're sort of like saying to yourself, well, go hard or go home. What was I going to talk about? There was something. Yes. Adverts. Now, I know that most people probably make money off YouTube for use of ads and stuff, but I hate ads. I make a point of like trying to find videos from YouTubers who do not have adverts, but that's a bit harder than it used to be. I used to watch 89, I think the series was 88, 89. BBC Chronicles of Narnia, because they had no adverts and I remembered it from my childhood. But now they started to have adverts. Winds me up. It does. I suppose I'm old school like that. I'll say that ads used to be good. Back in the 80s, I remember them being really good. It's crap now. Because they're just selling rubbish. I mean, back in the day, the ads were probably selling rubbish, but not as much rubbish. Selling like Country Life butter. Reminiscing now, my parents recorded the 1978 Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings. It was on Channel 4 years ago. And with proper like 80s adverts, and they were cool. But hear my kids, well, I'm not screaming with the times, but you know, my eldest at least. It's 2025. Yeah. The world has gone down. No. Moving on. Right, so we're going to try some RDLs. Lighten the weight up quite a bit. Allow for that little twinge I've got. And we'll see how it goes. I won't be putting the weight up, that's for sure. That first couple of reps, I think it's just getting over the nerves. Yeah. Sorry, the mind is on two different things now. Well, 3 different things. 4, 5. Now, I will be taking some form of painkiller while it's there. You know. It's not completely burnt me out, but you know. Oh, yeah. I think I might just do 2 sets of this and 2 sets of the next exercise. I mean, the next exercise is a front squat, so I may well just go with the bar. I'll go with the bar on the next exercise. See how it goes. So I've still got work later. 6 hours today, 1 till 7. It's not too painful. But tomorrow, I'm working 6:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night. So, yeah, 13 hours to look forward to tomorrow. That's why I was like, well, I'll train today because there's not a chance I'll be able to. It's not unheard of. I've trained in the morning and then done a 12 and a half hour shift. But I'd rather not, you know. It's a horrible job. Christmas is coming up. It's getting a lot busier. So, yeah. Right. One more set of this then. And then we'll do some empty bar front squats. And probably 1 sand pickup, and I'll march with that for a little while. But if anything's gonna give me a bit of a kick in, it will be that. So, right, get on. Right. I actually felt a lot better than the first wrap round. However, I don't know. Do I? What do I think? No, gotta be serious. Gotta be a bit serious about these things. Don't let your ego ruin it for you, alright? Lesson. Like I say, I'm not in a competition here. I'm not going to lose points for less reps. Save a bit today, Hulk smash it another day. May well even see how I feel about the empty bar theory plan. I do feel that I would be a bit happier if I went like now and was able to finish up with some sandbag marching on the spot. It's definitely the more taxing of the exercises, and as I did say at the moment, I do like the idea of starting strong and finishing strong, so I don't really want to sacrifice a strong finish for the sake of a heavier accessory exercise with the slightest of twinges in your lower lumbar. And all of this was because the breathing and bracing, I lost a breath for a second, not even a second. This is why breathing and bracing is so important. I've done videos on breathing and bracing. Anyone really worth their salt in terms of coaching will have done videos on breathing and bracing or lessons on breathing and bracing. What I might well do is finish off this video with one more drill through on the importance of breathing and bracing, but I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it after I've done the march. So kids are going through the Smiths catalogue. Father Christmas is going to have a lot in his sleigh this year. Yeah, I was feeling them. I knew I would, because obviously arms up like this, how I front squat. Well, how anyone, whether they can do that Olympic-y one, I can't do that for love nor money. You know, when it's right up there in it, nah, not a prayer. So, anyway, with a front squat, you know, your elbows are higher up. There's just more of a stretch along down here. So I was feeling them. But this is it. This is it. This is where you have to know. You have to be able to know your body and know when to back it off, and in more extreme cases know when to stop. You know, there are probably quite a few people watching this video, maybe the last one when they saw it, when I first mentioned it, who will say that I should have stopped. And like I said, if I didn't have the years under the bar that I've got and the knowledge that I've learned, then I probably would have stopped. I'd have been like, no, that hurt. But because I do know what I'm about, this is not me being arrogant, this is just a bit of truth. This is what I often say, you're not very modest, are you? Well, I do modesty fine, I do honesty better. So, because of the knowledge I have and the experience I have, I know that yes, this hurts enough to limit what I'm doing. It doesn't hurt enough to stop what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, this is a bit ego crushing. Having to drop the weights so much planned. What was the original plans for today's session? But you got to be sensible. Right. See, when I put this, when I clamp up, I'm feeling it a bit there, and a bit. Right, that's the main accessories done. Oh. Yeah, just feeling them supports coming off. Yeah. Right, okay, not bad. One more to go. One is better than none. One is always better than none. Time is it? 10 to. Yeah. Right, keep sleeve. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the knee sleeves on. Helps the joint. So it puts a little bit of spring, I think. Not a load, but a little bit of spring. Stand up. Right, I'm going to shuffle that into position. Take a breath to do it, so make sure everything's tight. Right, now, so this is the last of the day. If I had a bigger garden or a gym, I'd obviously be able to do some proper walking, but in place of what I don't have, I'm just going to do some marching on the spot. It's still going to work. The same muscles are getting worked, the same movements are getting worked. Maybe not exactly the same, you know, but marching on the spot is the closest you're going to get to recreating walking. Chalk. You want to be chalked with sandbags. Anything that helps get that extra grip. Sandbags they're not very forgiving. Sandbags, like, if you can't grip me, it's not my fault. You should have known how awkward I was going to be to pick up. On a more extreme day, I would chalk the forearms as well. Maybe just up to the wrists. Just nudging it along. Stood right next to some weights there. Right, wish me luck. And the niggle didn't actually niggle during that. So, yes, right, well, before I go, breathing and bracing. Right, what it is, it's putting as much air into your core as physically possible. And when you breathe in properly, you'll feel this extracting. That's a natural way of going about it. If you're not sure, do an exercise of some sort, and then just put your hands on your belly as you breathe in. You'll feel that your abs, if you like, push out. So, to breathe and brace correctly, you want to take a big breath right into your core, not just the belly. Initially, yeah, it will go there, but you also want to think about all around your core. So, if like me, you've got some love handles, think about them as they go around as well. And your lower back, anything round there. Before you breathe and brace properly, if you want, it can be a little bit ego crushing, but just first have a feel around the loose bits there, down there, round there, round there, and round the back. And then, as you see, what my technique is, was to breathe in to get the initial into the belly. But after that, I take a second breath. Once all the air I feel is in my belly, with that second breath, I make a note. I want to feel the rest of that air fill up all around, like I'm wearing an inflatable dinghies. So yeah, first have all the air gone. When all the air's gone, take as many times as you need. Breathe in, hold, and then so your first breath through the nose, second, and you can practice this as many times as you want. So when you feel comfortable on that first breath, put your hands onto the sides, sort of push your sides in a little bit, and then you'll feel the difference from there. So push into the sides. If you feel on that second breath, I don't know if you noticed, there's something to point on. My elbows, only a teensy bit, but they did move out. And that was where that extra breath that I was finding was pushing out around the other areas. So a couple more times. Once more. Also practice holding that breath as well. So why breathing and bracing is so important. It keeps your core tight and packed, and all that air makes your trunk, your core, your trunk, your base stronger, and that will stop your body from keeling over when you're carrying weight, extra weight. And this isn't just for isn't for lifting weights. This is for lifting anything. I had to move an old freezer out yesterday because it went on us, and yeah, breathing and bracing as I moved it along each time. So yeah, there we go. That's the end of the day. Obviously it didn't go entirely as I wanted, but I had to work around that little niggle. I was able to complete the session, although it with weights and reps altered to account for any potential injury. There we go. I will do another one of these on my next session, which isn't until Saturday. After that, I might go back to just doing clips and putting them on Instagram, and then do another video. The videos on YouTube. They're slightly more in depth, a bit longer, and possibly another couple of lives. If you would like to see another live, do drop a comment in. I mean, I'm going to do another one anyway, but obviously if someone specifically wanted it, then I could, like, plan ahead, let people know what's happening, what time it's happening, and all the family can sit around the campfire and listen to my stories. I'll speak to you all later. Ta-da.